All right, y'all. Happy Friday. Yes, this is what November the 28th. So, talking about the Ravens, one, two, three, four, five, last five games. So, of course, they got three in December, and then January the 4th against the Steelers. All these games is just critical, man. It is. All these games is just it's just critical. And after their performance against the Bengals, like what is really going on with this team? Because it's been a crazy season. You start off 1-5, and then you go on a winning streak, and then you do this on Thanksgiving. I was I saw the fourth quarter of it, trying to kind of watch it throughout, but you know it was just a crazy game, and they got Pittsburgh coming up on December the 7th. So, as they always say, the Ravens play their best football in December. So, we will see about that because it's been crazy. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe they lost to the 3-8 Bengals. I'm like, y'all could have just ended their season 3-9. They probably would have rushed Joe Barrow and the whole team. So we already know on December the 14th, that's going to be like a thriller or something because the Bengals is like getting alive and Ravens got to go there. So we know, um, we know that it's just going to be a thriller. It's not even about what happened last year. Like that's different. This year these Ravens they not. It's like up and down seesaw. We don't know what's going to happen. Every week is a different. It's a different tune to the team. So, and then I'm thinking like, okay, then you got the Patriots. Now they come here, and the Packers. It's like it's a gift. Like they come here, then the Packers come here, then the Steelers come here. It's like, dang, you end your season with three home games. I mean, if you can't, well, actually four, because Pittsburgh come here too. Well, the last game they gotta go to Pittsburgh, but man, they gotta figure this out. They gotta figure this out, man. Like they got to. I said, let me record this early. Shoot, might make this premiere or something. But yeah, man, they gotta figure this out because the Patriots is coming up in here and that team is on a mission. The Patriots have been playing really good. Um, the Packers, they 8-3-1. I mean, they trying to get in. Everybody trying to get in the playoffs. So Ravens gotta play. Y'all gotta play some better football these last 5 weeks of the season. I mean, it's very critical that they do this because, um, it's critical. It is. They cannot lose no more games because if you lose to Pittsburgh and you lose to the Bank, that's it. I think that's it. I mean, I already think like y'all they already in real danger. Like you lose to Pittsburgh and then the Bengals sweep you, that's it. Because then I think what the Bengals would be, they were 4-8. If they beat the Bills, that's 5-8. Then us, they be 6 and so it's like you would have to hope right that they lose their next three games. Like I don't like stuff like that. Like really, the Ravens 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. They can still go what 11-6. They better figure it out because they gotta win five in a row now. Yup. I mean, y'all already had a winning streak. I mean, win five in a row. They gotta fight on this. They gotta grind. They gotta show that dog mentality or something because this is not what I'm accustomed to seeing with the Ravens. Like I said, I'm used to seeing us like being like 12-4 and just doing a good job and yeah, like four losses, like damn, like six losses, like it's a very different era of football for the Ravens, and I really hope on this last 5 game stretch, they can just use everybody, man. I mean, it's a 5 game stretch, so use Derrick Henry more. I don't know why he didn't get the ball more after the Bengals game. I was like, what is that? So Keaton Mitchell got a touchdown, and then it's like you don't see him anymore. So it's like, what's really going on? They need to change some stuff. They do, because these last 5 games is critical. Hey, come up here. But yeah, these last 5 games is just critical. It is. I hope I hope they figure out something because, like I said, time is ticking. It's what 3 days. It's what November the 28th. So it's 3 days before November. I mean before December. Before, yeah, the last month. So I hope they figure it out because I'm not used to seeing the Ravens like this. Or it's like, yeah, they'll lose and then they'll come right back and win instead of losing and then like being in a rot or something. And like they can't just like, it's like they struggling or something. Like, man, like ain't y'all tired of struggling? Ain't y'all tired of it? Come on, Ray. I know y'all gotta be tired of this, man. It's like they was just on a winning streak. And now, yeah, losing one. Stop. So hopefully they can figure it out though. I really hope so because I mean like when the season started, I was like, okay, this could be like the year where they just run the table, right? I mean, after that loss against Buffalo in the playoffs, I'm like, and then you face Buffalo, and then it's like it's just been a crazy season. But they still got a chance. As crazy as it seemed, they still got a chance. I mean, if they can win all 5 of these games, then there you go. I mean, they gotta do it. They gotta do it for themselves. They gotta do it for all the Ravens fans. You gotta do it for your families too. I know they family watching. Like, hey, y'all got to pull it together, man. Like, you know, because you gotta overcome this struggle. You gotta, just get over the hump and get over the struggle. Lord, don't you don't struggle forever. I mean, damn, you can't struggle forever. You can't, man. This is year 8 for Lamar. You gotta play better football. You can't be turning the ball over or anything, and you cannot be overthrowing these receivers. It's like you overthrowing Zay Flowers, you overthrowing um Bateman, you overthrew Devontae Walker, and like you gotta that's gotta change, man. Like and then it's like now they played on Thanksgiving, so they're gonna have another full. It's like they have all these days off. Are they really practicing, or do they practice like 2 days? Like they need to practice every day or something. You need to be out there now, like practicing, because these I mean, shoot, you definitely can't overthrow versus Pittsburgh. They're gonna pick that off because they got Jalen Ramsey. He's a good corner. T.J. Watt. They got a lot of good people on that defense. So you overthrow, it's gonna get picked off. That's gonna be that's the difference. You know, it's gonna turn into some turnovers for Pittsburgh, and that's right. And that's right where they want you to do. It just it just turn the ball over. So hopefully they can change it because yeah, hopefully they can change it because if not, they're gonna be home and it's just gonna be un uncrazy unforgettable season. If they don't make the playoffs, this would be like one of the most like craziest like scenario in not NFL and Ravens history. I ain't even NFL history. This would be in Ravens history to have Lamar, Derrick Henry, um, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, likely Bateman. You got DeAndre Hopkins. Like you got like the damn Avengers on offense. Like God, you got all these people on offense. And it's like, where's the come give me that? Where's the passion at? Where's the I mean, where's it at? They need to figure this out. Yup, they gotta figure this out because they are too good of a team to miss the playoffs in my mind. I mean, I think the Packers and the Patriots is really going to be it's gonna be a back and forth. Like the Patriots, they play good. You know, the Packers, they've been playing they playing good. They 8-3-1. You know, the Packers, I mean the Patriots trying to be the number one seed. So they coming up in here to win. So the Ravens gonna have to they gonna have to grind on this because shoot, it ain't gonna be easy. But you know what? They put this on themselves by starting off 1-5. All those like the loss against Kansas, they could have beat Kansas City. They could have beat Detroit. They could have beat Buffalo. And then of course I was like, they going to beat Cleveland. I mean, after they lost to Buffalo, like they going to beat Cleveland. I mean, it's like they really show up against Cleveland. They like, I ain't trying to lose to that team. Like, sure, do you gotta do this against the winning teams, So if they can if they can put up a good effort against the New England Patriots, who is like the number one team in the AFC, then all right, I'd be like, okay, that's a good little turnaround and stuff. But they gotta do it, you know. They really gotta do it. So I hope they get it done. I mean, and I really personally believe that Lamar is going through something. He's going through a rock. He going through a phase. He feel a pressure. That's what it is. He feels the pressure because you said right when you got drafted. I remember. I remember when the Ravens drafted him. He said that he wanted to win a Super Bowl with the Ravens. That was in what, 2018. So now it's 2025 and we have yet to see that. So now you gotta live up to your promise. You gotta live up to that. You gotta be like, all right, I remember I said that. I gotta deliver. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if he injured or this is just how he is, but time goes, everybody get older, you know, you're not gonna always I think he gonna always be able to run and or you gonna always be able to extend plays and take off and all like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta be able to throw the football too, So I don't know what it is like practice. I mean, you've been in the league for 8 years and college, and I'm pretty sure he played in high school for football and all like that, middle school, all like that. So I don't know. It's something that he just gotta figure out on his own, because the great ones they can come and they can just do it. The great ones find a way to will their team to victory. It don't matter. It don't matter if like it's just like last year. Like that's why I was saying earlier. Well, on that live, we went to that game, the Ravens Bengals. The whole stadium was just like in a disarray, and Lamar looked at it and he was like, okay, I gotta come back. They was down 21-7 late in the third quarter. And we sat there and I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, they gotta come back. I was sitting next to some Ravens fan. I was like, they gotta come back. They said, yeah, man, they gotta come back. Like, what we here. Like, right, we watching this. So they came back. So Ravens, y'all gotta come back these next 5 games. Y'all gotta do it. I mean, this is what it is. If you want to get to the playoffs, you might have to beat the Patriots twice. If you beat them in a regular season, then you know how to beat them in the playoffs. So same goes for Kansas City. What if they make the playoffs? You're gonna have to beat them. I mean, strange things happen. I mean, Cincinnati, so Buffalo, they gotta figure this out. They gotta figure this out, y'all. 15 minutes talk. They gotta figure this out for real. I mean, shoot, I want them to figure it out because the time is now. Time don't wait for nobody. Lamar, you playing with one of the great running backs, Derrick Henry, and you got Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell is in his prime. I mean, he had a touchdown against the Bengals. They should have kept him in and Derrick Henry. You got like two good running backs right there. Why don't they use them more? use the two running backs more often. So then that way it's good for them. But I hope that they can just get through this, whatever they going through, go to the prayer room or something, just like this thing on Elden Ring. Go to the damn prayer room, pray about it or something. Like y'all gotta turn this around. Because I've never seen Lamar play like this. He gotta turn it around. Come here, boy. Let's stay right there. Yep. They gotta turn it around. So I hope, I really hope they turn it around because they owe it to the fans, especially the fans that went to that game against the Bengals and it was really cold. They gotta turn it around. I mean, they know about Pittsburgh. You play Pittsburgh every year, so you already know. Pittsburgh, you gotta stop TJ Watt. Now they got Aaron Rodgers with DK Metcalf. So hey, y'all gotta do it. Bengals. This when they play the Bengals again, they gonna have T. Higgins. This is the same Bengals team that just scored 32 points here without T. Higgins. That's their second best receiver. So he gonna have a lot of time to come back. And when they play the Bengals again, that's gonna be a damn war game match. Boy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a war game because now, I mean, Joe Barrow was just throwing it to Chase and all. Now he got Higgins and Chase. It's gonna be like they gonna be feeling it. I'm telling you, they gonna be feeling it. So the Ravens, look, that offense is just gonna be more powerful in Cincinnati, and that crowd gonna be crazy in Cincinnati. Then I mean, you got the Patriots here, so I mean, that's gonna be a thrill. I mean, oh, and then Ravens, oh, they go to Green Bay. Or I looked at it wrong. They gotta go to Green Bay. Might be what, a snowy day or something. Who knows? So they gotta figure it out. And then you go to Pittsburgh. I ain't never see the Ravens on this type of a stretch though. Ever. I mean, like I said, they gotta figure this out. I talked for just about 20 minutes about this, and that's cool. That's it. Talked about the last 5 games in 20 minutes. I mean, they gotta get it done. They gotta get it done. That's why I probably kept saying every minute. They gotta get it done. They gotta figure it out. Lamar, you've been playing for 8 years. The coach, you gotta get it together. I mean, I don't know what it is. All the coaches gotta get it together. Defense is doing good. I ain't talking about defense to the 19th minute because they doing better now. Like then the defense actually gave the Ravens a last minute turnover with 5 minutes, and it was still what was it 24-14 or 26-14. So they still had a chance to cut the lead into like 8 points. Then Zay Flowers fumbled. It's just crazy. But I really hope that they can turn this around. And man, I hope so. Because this is it. You can't lose no more. If you lose to the Steelers and the Bank, you might as well that's it. going to be 6-8 because then it's not guaranteed. You cannot be 9-8 and get no, you can't. So these next two games is critical because you gotta either have 11 wins or 10 wins. You cannot have no. You can't be 9 and nah. This is critical, y'all. So they better get it done. They gotta get it done.